Is there a new Red Devil in town? Does it come as a surprise that a top personnel is leaving the current treble holder to join a club that's at its low? This is the reality of Omar Berrada. The leading figure of their rival Man City was appointed as the chief executive officer to steer United out of their low. Could this be what United need to bounce back to their glory days? What would Omar offer the club? This and more we will answer in this video.
Subscribe.
Manchester United confirmed the appointment of City's Omar Berrada as their new chief executive on January 20th, after he spent 9 years at the rival club. This appointment comes after Ineos acquired a 25% stake in the Red Devils, and first on their agenda was to bring in a new CEO. United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe knew the challenge the club had to face to catch up to their near rivals. Just like how it's been for a couple of years, the blue side of the city have been streaks ahead of the red. Pep Guardiola has made success look effortless, while United have been stuck in the doldrums bantered between Champions League, Europa League, and even no European football at all, with title challenges extremely rare. However, Pep hasn't been the only man behind their success. Berrada was the head of City football operation and helped them get incredible talents in the market. On the other hand, United's wage bill has risen considerably during recent months, and this has been down to the acquisition of players like Mason Mount, Andre Onana, and Rasmus Højlund, who have failed to live up to their hefty price tags. Despite the high wages, the team's performances hasn't been one the fans have enjoyed, but the recent hire of Omar Berrada seems to have sparked hope amongst fans. But aside working for City, what really makes this man special? Just like Pep Guardiola and many other senior officials at City, Berrada spent several years working at Barcelona during a very successful period for the club, being French-Moroccan rather than the traditional Catalan. After a successful period in Spain, he joined City in 2011, serving as head of international business development, director of partnership sales, and then senior vice president group commercial director, before becoming the club's chief operating officer in 2016. When Berrada joined Man City in 2011, the club had not won a top-flight title since 1968, but he was able to change them to world beaters with his approach in the market. He was the chief football operations officer at City Football Group, CFG, which owns Manchester City and 12 other clubs around the world, and he managed them perfectly, which reflected in the club's success. Usually running the business of a football club involves two things. One is the sporting aspect, which involves overseeing transfers and contract negotiations, while the other is pretty much everything else: sponsorship, infrastructure, and the various issues that come with running a business that employs over 1,000 people. In both areas, Man City have been far better than their cross-city rivals over the past decade. Ed Woodward, who was the chief executive at Manchester United from 2012 to 2022, seems to have known nothing about football. Yet he took much of a role in football matters, and he received a fair amount of criticism for his performance. After his departure, the position was filled by Richard Arnold. Still, the club didn't improve. Arnold also had to leave after just 2 years in the job, as United's owners finalised the sale of a minority stake to the petrochemicals billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Arnold had handed over operational control of the club to Patrick Stewart as the interim CEO. But things are about to change with the hiring of Omar. United have remained arguably the best supported club in the world and have made huge amounts of commercial revenue despite misfiring on the pitch.
Subscribe.
It seems like the club has the ingredients to succeed and get back to its glory days. However, their recent records have been abysmal. Over the past 5 years, according to the most recently published accounts, Manchester City sit third on the list when it comes to player trading profit, posting $254 million in profit from player sales, behind only Liverpool at $263 million, who made a significant chunk of that profit from the £140 million sale of Felipe Coutinho to Barcelona in 2018. Chelsea leads the table at £476 million, thanks to the conveyor belt of talent they have been able to effectively move from Cobham to the market. On that 5-year list, Manchester United ranks 15th, the worst performing of all the big six, and beyond the likes of Burnley and Watford. United's player trading profit stands at $92 million. There's been a lack of player trading profit at a time when there has been a lack of trophies. That points to a flawed recruitment strategy and an inability to work the market in the same way that their rivals have. All of this has come to impact United's ability to manoeuvre in the market due to the tight pressures they now face to remain compliant with PSR moving forward. Berrada was the Chief Football Operations Officer of the wider City Football Group, which includes clubs dotted across 4 different continents, and he managed them effectively. By comparison, managing the mess at just Manchester United would not be easy. However, Berrada is not only bringing his experience of football bureaucracy, but specifically that of United's closest rivals. After a decade embedded in the club, Berrada has an intimate working knowledge of City's entire operation, including everything from bonuses and salary scales. But the question remains, can he be trusted? However, for him to start anything at the club, getting rid of the dead wood in the team would come first. And it seems the team is already working on this, as Jadon Sancho and Donny van de Beek have joined different clubs in the winter window. Anthony Martial and Raphael Varane will both be out of contract in June, though United can trigger 12-month extensions. However, with Martial and Varane being 28 and 30 respectively, they could be forced to let the pair go for nothing. Casemiro, who joined United from Real Madrid in a £70 million deal just 17 months ago, is another player the club is looking to offload. The Brazilian now looks a shadow of his former self and hasn't provided the spark for the team. Although United will not recuperate all of that money they've invested in the squad, rebuilding might be their best option. Berrada will look to cut the club's losses and give them a fresh start. When it comes to transfers, Berrada played a huge role in building City's successful squad. He has been credited with persuading players like Erling Haaland, who has scored 71 goals in 75 games for City, to reject the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona and sign for them in July 2022. That transfer genius might be what they need to change their fortune, as Berrada has proved to be well versed in that role since he was promoted to the Chief Football Operations Officer role in 2016. During the last 8 years, City signed several top players from abroad including Ruben Diaz, Jeremy Doku, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Julian Alvarez, Manuel Akanji, Joskel Gvardiol, and Edison with the help of Berrada. In fact, popular football journalist Fabrizio Romano likened Berrada's appointment to signing a top player because of his experience with the football market. It seems things are about to change at United, and we will be around to watch it. What do you think of Berrada's appointment? Was it a right move? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Like and subscribe.